And notice that guy attacked me immediately. Leveled up. Damn you, resistance. Yeah, I like the tendrils in the background. Let's see. Put another point in that, I guess. Ah, see, so I guess it does unlock stuff. Thunder Blast. Blast the enemy with lightning, dealing 17 to 20 damage and knocking them back. So do I... Ah, okay, it automatically adds it. Awesome. That guy had already tagged it. Let's see. Oh, that guy's looks like he had a bad day. Some seriously huge hands, my god. Alright. Needs to knock back further. I'm attacking this guy because I kind of had the feeling that somebody was going to attack him, but I guess not. That knockback looks like it's got a cooldown, which, you know, makes sense. But a knockback would have a cooldown. You jerk face. Yeah, not much of a knockback, but how many? I need one more Spectral Harvest. Aha! Right, Harvester. Oh, here we go. Alright, so now I'm supposed to go to the next town. Looks like she might be a Dominator too. Nope, I think she's something else. Kill this guy because he gives sweet, sweet XP. That's right. Dominate! Yes, I went there. Yeah, obviously this will pick up once I get more abilities, but I am glad the abilities you get to start with are pretty fast cast, because I know that is a problem on a lot of MMOs, and that the first spells you get are slow cast, so it's like, oh geez, come on. Just waiting on your frostbolts. This guy looks awesome. Oh god! Oh, it's like, my god, he's a traitor! Bearded.
Your coin is always welcome.
He must have been last in line the day they were handing out nicknames. It's a quest item. Again, it looks like they're using a lot of WoW standard stuff, like gray is basically
always a pleasure.
Merchant fodder. White is just standard items that you can just usually sell, which is good to know. I'm glad they're doing standard stuff. They're not trying to just reinvent the wheel. Thorn in my side. It's good to finally meet you in person, Malachi. I've heard tales of the wind and your great tales on the wind of your great power. Silver finally engineered a masterpiece when he made you. Alright, I'm gonna think about my pairing here in just a moment. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go with the suggested pairing of a Necromancer, just because I really like pets, and I really want to go with Chloromancer because I kind of wanted to be a healer too, even though that's not one of the suggested pairings. But for the purpose of this video, I think being a controller slash healer would be really boring, especially if I end up soloing a lot, which I probably will. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Necromancer as a second assault. Alright, flipping the switch. It's time you knew exactly what's in store for you. There's nothing we can do for Telara here. Nothing lies beyond these canyon walls of oblivion. The only hope we have left is in you back in time so that none of this ever happens. Fortunately, Orpheal built a failsafe. It is the capacity to send you back to the moment in time that it was installed. Unfortunately, you will need to travel into areas held by endless undead to activate all of its components. Activate the temporal flux in the sinkhole cave to begin the process of powering up the failsafe. The sinkhole, that sounds inviting. We have the power, you and I. It is both our greatest asset. Well, never mind. It is both our greatest asset and our greatest burden. You must face all the potential consequences of the power you wield and accept them before you can use it fully. What are your markings? I died like you, but I was brought back to the original resurrection machine. Beyond death, I confronted Regulus. He asked me to be his avatar. I refused. These markings are the results of the terrible power he burned into me. A power I am at least able to use now to fight back against the bastard. Hey now.
Believe in yourself, and you will succeed.
Second soul. You've acquired a second soul. You can attune up to 3 souls at a time. Each soul has its own soul tree that can be customized, accessible from the menu bar by pressing N. Alright, we got some new spells. Summon Skeletal Horror. Tears the bones off of the fallen from the ground to the mage's bidding. The maximum level of the summoned pet is 4. Only 1 pet may be active at a time. So I wonder if that summoned pet changes. Like, is it like my level plus 1? Plague Bolt hurls a bolt of concentrated disease at the enemy, dealing 13 to 15 death damage. Applies a stack of deathly calling, max 5 stack. Dismiss pet. I'm gonna put these over here. So what does more damage? Swap these around, alright? Stop looking at that girl's cans. Sweet, sweet cans.
Believe in your own. Accept no truth you cannot touch, see, and hear.
So I'm gonna go ahead and read this real quick. Okay, back. Right. See, did I get a new point to spend or not? Okay, so I guess you level up and you can put your points wherever you want. Interesting. I'll probably focus on controller. Oh, let me summon my pet too, it looks like. Oh yeah, get into it. Get into it. Yeah. Yeah. You go, girl. Oh yeah. It needs to like laugh and cackle like these.
Great son, an ascendant.
Excellent. We're going to need this source stone to power up the failsafe device. I'm glad it's out of the Regulus' hands and into ours. I am a fantastic reader. I am totally an idiot. Quest complete. Every time I see the hulking phantasms, I'm haunted by the memory of everyone we have lost in this death and misery. They've taken over the field between last light and the Coral Flux, one of the key machines we need to send you back in time. We must kill the hulking phantasms and break through to the device so we can get started. Kill the 6 hulking phantasms.
Good luck.
Hello,
These trials are nothing for the Kalari.
Yeah. Spirit coercion. It's been a long time since we saw the Kalari Isles. I don't know if you remember them, but I can sometimes still hear music of the spirits in the Great Temple. We had such wonders. It was all due to the great power we had amassed making pacts with powerful spirits. They will no longer grant us their power, so we must take it. In order to face Regulus, we need to claim the power that we lost. We need to collect 5 spirit anima from wayward spirits. Fair enough. The Kalari. We Kalari are elves, just like the high elves of the Silverwood, but our proud cousins spurned us because we would not bear the yoke of Tevril without complaint.
Pray you well, yes.
Who are
Please,
you?
do not
We declare your
waste my
custom with great
time.
loss before our allies, our island home fell, blah blah blah, High Priestess, lost my formal position, Mistress, General,
Spirits
blah blah.
guide you.
See if there's any more questions around here. So does this pet like auto attack? Yes, it does. check this good spinner, see if he sells
Looking for something?
anything. Well, good. 4 slot containers. 5 gold, wow.
Let us trade again someday.
I didn't trade you anything, but alright. Wow, there's a rift, I guess. Alright. Just looking around. Let us jump over fences. Double four. Plague bolt. Full aggro, oh god. So, what does the stacks do? Hurl a boat, blah blah blah, plus a stack of Deathly Calling. I guess there's nothing I can really do with Deathly Calling yet. I guess that's one of those things that later on I can do stuff with. Wow. These things look pretty awesome. Oh, it attacks it as soon as I start casting. That's pretty cool. Soul Sickness. Is that the pet doing that, or is that my... Is that the Soul Sickness? Is that the dot? Damage over time, for those of you not down with the MMO lingo. Oh wait, here's the pet bar. Attack, follow, stay, jagged wound. Deals 6 to 8 death damage to the enemy, deals an additional 100% damage and reduces the pet's aggro with the enemy if the enemy is affected by necrosis. Deals an additional 50% damage if the enemy is affected by looming demise. Soul Rend deals 9 to 8 death damage and the enemy is affected by Deathly Calling, deals an additional 5% per stack. Ah! Deals an additional 50% damage if the enemy is affected by looming demise. Okay, basically it's the same. The other controls are the same generic controls for pets. Aggressive, defensive, all that stuff. Okay, control 1 makes the pet attack. Pretty standard fare. So yeah, you want to stack this because that makes the pet do more damage. So yeah, it's kind of good. The bolts are nice. They take longer to cast, but it makes the pet do more damage. Now, on these guys, it really doesn't matter because they die so damn fast anyway. But once the mob starts attacking me, I start casting my neural pod because it's faster, and then this pushes the guy back. But like I say, not really a lot of strategy needed at this point because they die so quick anyway. Alright, this will be the last one. I need to activate the temporal flux in the cave. I think this will be the cave. Sick 'em, boy! Yeah, I definitely like pet classes. The other class I wanted to try in this game was basically, I think they have like a Beast Lord class. Like if you played EQ, they had, EQ1 had a Beast Lord. Beast Lord, similar to a Hunter, sort of, in WoW, except it was melee. It was all melee, so I really liked the class. It was, they had slows, like melee slows. I really liked the class. It was probably my second favorite class in EverQuest. So if I don't like this class, it will almost certainly be what I go with. Greetings, Descended. Are you here to reactivate the Source Stone generator in temporal flux? Why, yes I am. Wonderful. Simply use this device at my feet here and the rest should be a snap. Have a nice day. Okay, how do I use it? Oh, I did already. Okay. Let's see. Collect Spirit Enema from Wayward Spirits. outside and do that now. These guys look pretty cool. I like the way they look. Yeah, and you can see the health bar turns gray when they're tagged. Ah, there's wayward spirits. I gotta get used to sending the pet in. Also, I was hearing you can mod the UI on this game. Oops. Oops. The person tagged it. Anyway, yeah, you can mod this UI like in WoW. Obviously, I don't know how far you can go with it. If you can go as far as you could with WoW. I'm gonna think probably not. There's probably not going to be a lot of MMOs that let you go quite as far as you could with WoW. Oops, I can actually run while I'm casting then. Of course, that was kind of, I would think, common sense because it looked like it was instant cast, but anyhow. Whoa, 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 Pat, where are you going? Alright. Yeah, that works. That's what we like to call auto pull. I'll level up as soon as I get done owning these guys. Booyah! Actually, let me just go to town. I'll go into town and turn in my quests. Just so I'm not trying to level up and getting attacked by these douchebags. Yeah, I mean the crowd control stuff, if you're not familiar with MMOs or the MMOs you play, you know, if you solo a lot, you might be thinking, well, what's the point of crowd control? Crowd control, also, if you're not familiar, that's where you focus on, like, if there's 2 or 3 enemies, you make sure 1 or 2 of them are not harming the party by either making them harmless or they're running around defenseless or whatever. That's crowd control. Well, what's the point of that if, you know, you're killing 1 enemy at a time? Well, in groups, in harder areas, you generally will be fighting more than 1 enemy at a time. So right now, obviously, when the game's super easy, yes, you won't be doing that. So right now, being a crowd controller is pretty worthless. So, but believe me, later on it's useful. Oops, I forgot to put my robe on. Ooh, looking pretty fly now. What's up, ladies? Hello. Oh my eyes. We have power, you and I. What are your Mario talking about?
Believe in yourself, and you will succeed.
It's like a rave in here.
Our home is gone, but our people endure.
You have forcibly claimed your birthright, and now you have the power of the spirits. Blah blah blah.
Ah, thank you for your great son, an ascendant.
I felt a shudder down my spine every time I heard the rattle of their chains. I'm thankful for their quiet. For the quiet. Go on now, you need to keep moving toward the time machine. I believe you have what it takes to save us and keep all of this from happening. Please prove me right.
We must banter again sometime.
So basically, all of this is preparation, I guess. Basically, this is the, oh damn, everything is effed up. You need to go back in time and stop what's happening right now. So let me go to my talents. Let's look at the necro talents just out of curiosity. Deadly Plague gives your Plague Bolt a 20% chance to apply an additional stack of Deadly Calling. Each stack of Deadly Calling on the target increases the damage done by Plague Bolt by 1%. Death Ally increases the damage of you and your pet's death-based abilities by 1%. Or I can just keep building this up. I'm not going to bother reading off all of these just because it would take the extra time. You can do a Google search for ZAM. ZAM Rift, Z-A-M, and I'll put a link in the videos. And they have all these trees online, and you can look. They just take way too much time to read through all the abilities. like I said, I'm going to focus on the Dominator stuff, and I'm going to read some of these abilities and take a look and decide what I want to do. I'll be right back.